So I was talking to this kid about like his favorite game systems, right? And he said it was the Nintendo GameCube, which I have to admit it's a pretty good system. And we started talking about how well built it was, how it was very sturdy and strong and cube shaped and easy to store, and the fucker even had a handle on it, so you could I'm going to go over someone's house and I can just carry the game system with a handle, right? And I started wondering, if at some point there's going to be some gamer that's so into games, that loves games so much, and of course he's going to have a lot of money, that he's going to try and decide what game system he could build an actual house out of to live. I mean, it's like I was saying, if I had to build a house out of video game systems, I would pick the GameCube. And it's not because the GameCube is a piece of shit system, it's unreliable or anything like that. I actually was very happy with that system when it was out. I would say it's more, if I wanted to build a house out of worthless systems that were useless and nobody liked and were a piece of shit, in this day and age, I would have to say the garbage systems that nobody uses or appreciates anymore would be say for example, PS1s. Nobody wants PS1s. Then after PS1s, which could be working but still very undesirable, you could have systems like the ColecoVision, the original Woodies, the Ataris, the Intellivisions, because it's the games on those, they're not good. And you could basically get a game disc with all the good games, and you could download them. They're very simple. The joysticks were horrible. It's just, the only people that collect that system is just for the sake of collecting, right? So anyway. Oh, and also, in terms of newer systems, I would go with all those beat Xbox 360s. All those red line deals. Red ring of death deals. So anyway, like I'm saying, if I were to build a house out of these systems, I honestly wouldn't trust that house. I don't think it would be that stable. In my mind, the GameCube system would be the most sturdy, the most reliable. For God's sake, it's block shaped, and it has depth. You could literally make a good solid wall. Plus, the games are very stackable. They're the perfect shape. Slam a little cement in between them, and you literally could build a house to live in. And I'm sure someday somebody will do that, where they're just I made a house out of game systems. You could decorate with the other systems that you like around the house, but even at the top, you could do also PS2s would be okay. But again, I don't believe they're as sturdy as and solid as a GameCube. I think you could stack a shitload of GameCubes on top of each other with twice the thickness and add the cement. Then you could as compared to the PS2, which are somewhat brick shape or thin brick. But and if I had to do, say, you remember Garden State face decorating? Well, if I had to do something like that, right? What I would do, where they put the bricks on the surface in some areas, or you could even do it on your walls on the inside. The other thing I forgot about the GameCube, the only real problem would be the handles. So you'd have to decide whether the handles, because there are handles, but they are on the back side. The only thing you'd have to decide is whether you want the handles to face outside the house or inside the house. Now, I would obviously say inside for cosmetic reasons, but they may have to face outside. And the reason they may have to face outside, which would really kind of kill a lot of it, is if you want to put up walls on the inside of the house. You know what I mean, like sheetrock walls and stuff like that. But no, I'd put them on the inside. Because on the outside also, that would be burglars would be hey, thank you, because they just climb up your walls and into your house, and on your roof and shit like that. So anyway, so if I had to decorate a sheet or the outside of the walls, and I wanted to keep game related, and you do something like a brick face, which anybody knows what a brick face is. It's like a thin sliced brick. I think probably the best game to do there that would be most shaped like bricks would probably be the Super Nintendo games, because they're actual games. And yeah, so that's what I'd do. I would build my house out of GameCube systems, maybe accentuate and decorate, and it would be like a very sturdy house, you know, and accentuate and decorate with Super Nintendo games in the front and on the walls.